Oh, hi there. Hello.
Hello, Shalom.
It's your girls. We're
It's
very
your girl.
relaxed as we're podcasting from my bed.
We moved the studio to the bed. We're a little sleepy today.
Sleepy kind of a day, you know? I'm Brooke.
Oh, hi. My name's Stevie.
And this is the
Help
podcast. And today we are going to talk about self-doubt, which we both have a lot of.
Ooh, just operating at our full capacity of self-doubt at all times.
It's fine. Okay. Dictionary.com describes self-doubt as a lack of confidence in oneself and one's abilities. And the sentence is, his later years were plagued by self-doubt.
Dang.
And my sentence is, her entire life was plagued by self-doubt.
Self-doubt.
The whole thing.
The play.
You know, is this a quiz? Sorry, I got very distracted.
Oh, you're about to take a self-doubt quiz?
I
Yeah.
thought it was about to be a quiz that we were both going to take online together,
Heck yeah.
but it's not a quiz. Bullshit.
You don't-
I don't need it. I don't know why I'm worried.
We don't even need.
We already know we both have it. So a microphone condom?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That was a good way to explain it.
Safety first.
Yeah, he's like, man, y'all's voices are really loud. Let me muffle it.
Let me get this mic condom on.
I know. But let me not say anything about I'm just going to come over here and tiptoe over here. Just slowly.
It's for plosives, so like when you make the P sound, if you don't have the cover on it when you're that close, it pops. So
He doesn't want to hear
Plosives.
that the whole time.
Potato.
it fixed it.
Potato.
I can't think of any other P words but penis right now.
Poop. Yeah,
Oh.
I know. Obviously, I'm going to say poop. I just poop.
We're getting real.
Okay,
We're getting
okay,
close. We're getting comfortable.
We're making
We're
moves.
in bed. We've got mic condoms on. Everything's
Yeah.
great.
You know what? To be honest, even with this podcast, I had
Podcast.
self-doubts about this podcast.
Oh,
just
hell
in general.
yeah.
I was like, I even felt like I didn't have enough skill to even do this. I didn't know if I would even be interesting to listen to.
You're interesting. I think the great thing about podcasts is that you don't have to have skills. It's just talking. Or, I mean, you can have talking skills and interviewing skills.
Yeah.
But ultimately,
Yeah.
you're just talking.
Yeah.
And, like, most people can do that. And you can do it. You're
Yeah.
good. You're very good at talking, Steve.
Look how supportive she is of me. She loves me. Did you feel any self-doubts about the podcast at all?
Yeah, for sure. I was actually talking to, or like sort of talked to Lauren after
Yeah.
that podcast came out, and she was like, I'm scared to listen to it. And it reminded me of when Colt sent us the intro episode and the drinking episode to listen
Yeah.
to. And I felt like physically ill. Like I was like
Really?
queuing it up, and I was like, I'm going to vomit. I think I was driving to
No,
improv,
literally.
actually, and I was like, I'm gonna barf. Like I cannot believe that I'm about to listen to this. I have so much anxiety. This is But then I listened to it and I was like, okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, I
We're fine. It's
know,
fine.
I know. And people, like, with themselves, they're such a critic, but with, like, other people, they're not. And when, you know, No? Did
That
you
what?
just agree?
No, sorry.
Did I just rambling on?
No.
No, sometimes I say things that makes no sense. So, like, you know, I look for affirmation. Self-doubt. at
No,
its
you're
finest.
self-doubting right now because what happened was my watch beeped and I looked at it. And then I looked over at you and you
Okay.
thought that something else
Like, that didn't
completely
make
had happened.
sense. No, I had a conversation with somebody and I was trying to explain something. And in the middle of the conversation, they got up, they took a drink of their beer, and I was still talking and I was really confused. And they're like, nothing that you're saying is making sense. And they walked away. And it effed with my head this whole week.
That was recent?
Yeah, that was last week on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
What were you talking about?
I was just trying to explain something, and I sometimes I spiral
Yeah, I do
And
that. Have you ever seen them? Why do I always bring up a meme? Have you ever seen the meme that's like
I think
when
that's
I tell a
great.
story and it's just like one railroad track just like going straight, and then it's like when my girl tells a story,
Oh,
and it's like
yeah.
a million different like
I know,
crisscrosses and
right?
switches, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's me, because you want to get all the details in.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
want to make sure you know.
You don't even answer the question until like 5 minutes later. It's like a back road. Taking back roads.
Listen, we're taking the back roads, okay?
Yeah, I know. We'll get there.
This car doesn't operate well on the highway.
We'll get there as long as I remember what the question was. Jesus.
No, also sounds like that person sucks, so.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, probably, maybe. I don't know.
Doubt. Yeah.
Self-doubt. We have any... You know what? So for our listeners, Brooke and I, we worked at this place called Top Golf, and if you've ever heard of it, they have like this weird interview process, y'all.
What was it called? X Factor.
X Factor. Oh my gosh. And I don't even know if they do it anymore.
I hope not. It was awful.
It was the worst, y'all. Okay, so they cattle call people to come in to like apply to Top Golf. And when it opens up, like a lot of people are excited. It looks really cool. It's a different concept, new idea. So Brooke and I were both like, we worked at Top Golf, so we had to go through the process. But you're essentially there with strangers.
A lot, like 40 people.
Yeah. It's not like 10 people. Maybe you could get like some comfort in. No, you're not going to be comfortable with this whole process. And they make you work kind of against each other. Like they'll put you in groups and you'll have to create like a project or, you know, write an idea of an event that you would think was cool. And I don't know if you've noticed people, like, in real life, people are just competitive. So there's, like, people that are silent, people that want to talk over you, people that are acting overly gregarious for, like, absolutely no reason. And then they have this part where it's, like, an X Factor where you walk in front of all the managers and you pretty much tell them why they should hire you in a room. And you're standing there by yourself.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. And also they make you dance a lot, which I hate. That was
Yeah,
my least favorite part
like,
of it.
They just, like, throw a random song and then, like, the overly, like, people that were like trying to be just super outgoing would be the ones dancing.
I know. And I was next. Do you remember Ty? Beard.
Oh,
tall.
yeah, he's cool. Yeah.
We were standing next to each other, and we had like kind of started talking before all the dancing started.
And y'all
we
were both like
looking at each other like, what the fuck? Just give me a job. Like, I just need to make money. I don't want to do the wobble in this parking lot.
I know.
This sucks.
And to act like I actually enjoy this.
Oh my God, it was awful.
It was kind of like hazing, dude. It was like, it's like you give these people, which is great. I think Topgolf's great. But like you give people the power to kind of like be able to choose if they want to hire you or not. And they like just run with it. They're like unnecessary dance time. And then like...
Like what we do 30 minutes of unnecessary dancing.
Jesus.
Great.
But like when I had to go in, there was like a line, right? Y'all were like walking in the store. It's like an audition or something. You're walking in the store trying to tell them why should they hire you, and you're like, I need a job, I need money, just hire me, man, I'll be good.
Yeah.
But
we're literally serving food here.
Yeah. What is this, the top brass? Like, just come on. I had so much self-doubt in that thing.
Did you?
Did you?
I don't super remember.
Oh, gosh.
I think that it might have been one of those things that I went into. Do you ever have that where, like, you don't have so much self-doubt because you haven't put a lot of stake into it?
Oh,
like
yeah.
It was like something that I went into of like, all right, this is just like, that's where I get self-doubt is like, or where it comes in pretty bad is where I like put a lot of pressure on myself for a certain outcome.
Mm-hmm.
But like for that specifically, like it almost felt like something where it just was like, all right, this is like, I need a job, and like this is something I'm doing today, and I guess I'm doing the fucking wobble for 15 minutes.
Oh gosh, so you like reluctantly did the wobble? I would have loved to see that.
Oh, that's the only way I do the wobble is reluctantly.
Yeah. You're like, there's no alcohol here to do this.
Exactly.
Jeez, this is a lose-lose.
It's fucking daytime out here. It's broad daylight.
People passing by and like honking.
Like, what the hell is going on?
I know.
So yeah, I don't know if I had a ton of self-doubt with that, which is funny how I feel like that's where the whole like fake it till you make it thing comes in.
Oh yeah.
Of like, if you just, for me specifically, if I just don't put a lot of pressure on a situation or an outcome, I have so much like more just confidence in myself, and it usually goes fine. But that's not how I operate. On most situations I typically put a lot of pressure on it. I think that's where I'm at with improv right now, is like,
because you care so much.
yeah, and yeah, definitely because I care, and also yeah, I guess because I care, and because it has already been like really important to me in my transformation as a person, um that I just like I'm just so worried about the out, which is you can't do that in improv. Like you can't be super worried. Like obviously you want it to be good.
Yeah.
But like I'm just always so worried about the outcome and like the stupid shit that's going to come out of my mouth and whether I'm going to like mess it up or not, that I've kind of just like paralyzed myself with self-doubt, because I'm like I can't make a move because if I do, it's going to be the wrong one, is like where I'm at with it, which is so stupid. And is, literally all about self-doubt.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to work on it. I'm trying to be better.
Do you ever like your internal dialogue before that's like, you can do this?
Yeah.
No. No.
I think yeah, but then once, like, probably driving to class or whatever, like, I'm like, this is fine, you're fine. I think what's going on right now mostly is I'm just trying not to think about it as much.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like, as soon as I get there and as soon as things start happening again, I'm like, fuck. I'm gonna fuck all of this up. I'm the worst. I'm awful. I suck at everything. I have no confidence.
Yeah.
Which I think in general, I'm kind of I might be learning a new definition of confidence.
Like, okay, no matter how it goes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, I think I have had this idea of confident people. I think I've had an idea that like confident people don't have fear anymore. Like
no,
they're just
they're like an alien that has no fear.
Right, like they're just like confident in themselves.
Yeah.
And just everything's fine and they don't even think about all of these things that feel so vulnerable to me.
Yeah.
But I think that that's not the truth. I think there still is fear, and the confidence part of it is doing it anyway.
Yeah.
And like you said, like being okay with whatever happens.
I know. But that and you learn that with consistency though with improv. Like, have you ever had a day like, and I'm sure Colt's had the day like this, because I have this in acting, you leave and you're like, well, that was crap. And then you still have to crap in case you didn't know. And then you like, the more you do it and the more like difficulties you kind of like persevere through, you're just like show up and you're just like whatever.
Sure, yeah.
Like there has to be like a level of not caring at some point, and at the beginning you care so much. You like have 5 jokes you're about to say. You're waiting for the segue or something. I would do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think mine got worse. Like I think at first it was
really?
easier for me not to care.
Oh, and the more you invested?
Yeah. It's like
probably similar to that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because at first it was like it's just fun and this new thing I'm doing, and there's not a lot of stakes on it.
Yeah.
And then
I've assigned so many more stakes to it, like career stakes to it at this point. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that helps you become better and to overcome self-doubt, or no?
Oh, for sure. I mean,
because you have no option if you do like career stakes.
I mean, there's still like a lot of self-doubt because of like, am I actually good at this? Is this the correct choice? But it's helpful like in the moment to be just like fully committed to it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not helpful to me.
That's not useful in any way. I think also not comparing, like you have to like there's got to be a moment like, well, and for me in acting I feel like improv's very similar. There has to be a moment of me just being like, I'm gonna be my own personal best.
Yeah.
And like, you know, because like I feel like self-doubt could be crippling when you're looking at like, homeboy that's done it for 10 years.
Sure.
I'm
yeah.
like, don't even stand next to me, man. Because, like,
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
you bring my solid 10 in my head to a 1, okay? And I can't have you doing that right now, okay? I'm too fragile.
I'm losing my shit.
I'm losing it.
They're asking me to do the wobble in front of everyone.
Jesus. Jesus.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. And I think that that's where it comes from. I've found recently comparing people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I've known this on some level, but I do it to where I just think that, like, everybody else has their shit figured out.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you. You enlightened me just now by saying that. Yeah, go on.
And that's not true. But I'm like, it just feels to me like, I'm like, if I compare myself, it's like I feel like everybody else is just like great and doing great and not having any problems and they've got this under control. And I'm like, but I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
How do people do this? And
Did
it's like, it's not true. Like, it's just that I'm in my head and I'm not in their head.
Yeah.
So
Well, a majority of people don't know what they're doing, right?
I hope not, because
I feel like a lot of people don't. They just like are kind of like comfortable with the uncertainty, which I'm not.
Woof. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like normal. Like, or like making mistakes and you're like, yeah, I think about that sometimes. I made that mistake that one time, but whatever. I make a lot of them.
It's cool.
But I'm like, no, that mistake, it's going to replay in my head like every 3 days.
It defines me as a person.
Just
Fuck.
like every time I internally die inside.
Read this book recently, and
What book is it?
it's called You Are the Placebo by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Anyway, it's real woo-woo.
I love that you just off the top of your head know the author too. And then that wasn't an easy last name either.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Like, okay, we'll go on.
It's real woo-woo, and it's essentially just like what I took it to be, or what I understand it to be, is kind of like the science of manifesting. So it kind of blends like spirituality and science together, which is my fucking jam. I'm here for it. But basically he says that our bodies cannot tell the difference between emotions. So like when you experience, like, for example, if you fuck something up and you feel emotions of like shame or guilt or embarrassment, and then like that happens in the moment and it affects your body, and then you leave and you're driving home and you replay that moment over and over and over and over and over again.
Oh my gosh, it happens.
And you have those exact same emotions. So the reliving it actually is, it's just, your body can't differentiate between the real act and you just reliving the emotions over and over again. So it's like super detrimental to actually do that to yourself.
Yeah, well, like I feel like you're
oh
not physical, like,
whoops,
hey, that's me.
I
feel like he's talking to me
all the time.
I do that. No, I have to stop myself from replaying those things. But feelings take like physical like aspects in your body. Like sometimes when I'm angry, it sits on top of my heart. That may be TMI, but like literally, I have to walk away because I don't know how to express it without just, I have to like walk away because I could just feel the anger.
Yeah, you're like, I'm about to let loose, bitches.
Let loose. You ready for this?
You're gonna see the wrath of Stevie.
I'm not even ready. I'm not even ready for myself. So that I have to take a lap, and like rationalize, like.
Yeah. It's, I think that, like, it's just hard. Emotions are hard and feelings are hard, and it's not, nobody teaches you. Well, maybe they do, and like you just don't get it. I don't know. I don't feel like I was taught like how to handle my emotions necessarily.
Well, and as you get older and you have more responsibility and your brain fully develops, because your brain is not fully developed, you start thinking about these things, and you start figuring it out. It just, I feel like it changes for you. Like the older you get, you realize like how less of time you have, or like how important it is to like pursue things that you like. Or what is this feeling of like self-doubt? Why am I insecure? Where does this stem from? And like it's like the ages of like unraveling yourself. And I think really we make it more complicated than it really is.
Yeah, definitely. My therapist told me this week
Did she tell you that?
No, she told me that at this point, I am too good at looking at the past and figuring out where all of these things came from. She's like, you're too good at it. You've been doing it for too long. Now you need to like take action, and like now you know where all of these like not great behaviors and limiting beliefs are coming from. So now change it. And I was like, fuck, that's the hard part though. I don't want to do that.
We make it hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard because it's scary. It's unknown. And that's, I mean, and that's self-doubt too. That's why self-doubt feels like even though it sucks, like it's a shitty feeling, it's still like, it's something that I know. I know that feeling, and I don't know the feeling. So it keeps me safe. Like it keeps me comfortable in this place of like, oh, I don't have to like try and be more
and
or do something more, or because I might fail and I don't know if I'm gonna fail or not. But if I just doubt myself, I'll be too scared to like fully put myself out there into the unknown.
Well, and also be like 100% comfortable at all times. It's like controlling.
It's a control thing. And this is where I'm at with it, and with a lot of other things of like, I'm not comfortable in it. It makes me, I don't feel good in my self-doubt, but it's like, it's comfortable in the way that it's like the uncomfortability that is that a word?
I'm down if you're down.
Discomfort. It's the discomfort that I know. And it's like, I could just as easily jump into and put myself out there and be uncomfortable in that way.
Yeah. Well, and it's also being vulnerable and like knowing in yourself, like, hey, I got your back. Like a chiropractor.
Like a what?
Chiropractor.
A chiroprac.
You know, slang, baby.
That a breathe. You feel me?
Breathe. So schmeed.
Chiroprac. Sure. A little media. Yeah. That part's hard too.
Yeah.
Of trusting yourself. Real bad at that. It's fine.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's just I don't have the repetition. Like I don't have the experience of trusting myself. I've never allowed myself to trust myself, really.
Yeah. I have it's like a subconscious instinctual thing when you're like living like that, and then to become fully aware, it's like it's physically you have to like push yourself to do that.
Yeah. Literally like push yourself over the edge.
Yeah, there's this girl I work with. She's, I don't know, 21, 22. I have never met somebody so unapologetically themselves.
Fuck, I love that.
I love it so much. And I'm like, how does she know that? And then she does like, it's just super cool. I wish I could be like that, you know, because sometimes like even when I do something funny, I'm just hoping people are laughing with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I definitely know
I
what you
hate
mean.
that.
Yeah, it sucks.
Or like, do you ever notice like even like self-doubt, like you have self-doubt and you don't feel comfortable in yourself, so you like maneuver in a way around people that is comfortable for them at the expense of your own self?
Oh, 100%.
I hate that. I hate that. Like even with like our like this is gonna, and I'm not like being like sexist about this, but like even with like sometimes I feel like when I work with my guy coworkers, like sometimes I feel like I don't know, I have to like teeter-totter as to how I am around them because like I don't know, man. It's the stuff you freaking put in your head, man. There's something in there, and I haven't figured it out.
Trying to get it out again.
There's a little bean in there.
Yeah, no, I totally get what you mean, where it's just like, it's a people-pleasing thing, I think, is what it stems from, and also just a not, I don't know, like, I don't ever allow myself to have, like, the power in a relationship, because that feels scary, and it feels like I'm not, like, why would I allow, I don't have the power, like, I'm not the person in control here. It feels like I exist to, like, I'm like, okay, I'm here to do what you want to do. Like, I don't have a say in this or whatever. Yeah. That's my natural operating state, and I think that, like, agreeableness on some level is a great thing.
Yeah.
But it can go too far, and I think probably both of us, it goes too far in the other way where we've just like completely
depleted ourselves.
Yeah, and we're not like speaking our truth for fear of upsetting somebody else, which sucks after a while, like of doing that a bunch. Then you're just like, oh fuck, who am I don't know. I've just been living for other people, and now I have to figure that out. Whoops.
Yeah.
And now I'm really old.
Yeah, what?
And I'm scared and set in my ways, and I have to like jump out of this airplane basically, and hope that this parachute of being true to myself fucking, what is it called?
Oh, I don't know.
When you pull it,
you hope it works?
Yeah, it works. You pull the ripcord, and then the parachute
comes out.
Ejects.
No, but you gotta be the parachute be like and the person right? with the parachute.
What?
I don't know. Like it comes out and it works. There's like another word for that.
I don't know. I feel like this is like a saying.
Just listen.
It's like one of those things, like a saying that you grew up with that nobody else grew up with.
No, it wasn't a saying, but just in my head, it was like a perfect analogy. Where there's going to be a perfect word for that, and I guess maybe it's not.
Tomato, tomato, potato, potato, baby.
I'm going to Google it. It's fine.
Someone's screaming at their phone right now.
The fucking basic terminology that you're looking for is this.
Is blank. Yeah, y'all should definitely DM us.
Yeah,
because
like, let me know.
It's going to keep replaying in Brooke's mind.
I'm Googling parachute right now. Parachute.
But jeez, I got mad at one of my coworkers, and I don't know if I told you this. I kind of went off.
Is it deployed?
Deploy. Oh, you hope your parachute deploys?
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
A bang, bang, banger.
Woo, woo, woo. Okay, your coworker.
Woody hoo. So I'm really bad. I joke with people, and when I get like really know people. Like, we can joke at each other's expense. Like, it's like a safety. And I build that over time with people. But, like, when people... See, I gotta tell y'all, I don't joke like this. I don't, like, stand by people. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Or, like, maybe like that. That would be funny. Or it's like... You know when people, like, joke in a really mean way? Like, they secretly kind of mean it. But, like, they don't want to admit it. So they make it into a joke.
Sure, yeah.
And then the second you get offended, it's like you're like the a-hole.
Yeah, you're like, it's a joke. You can't take a joke?
No, I can't. I don't like those jokes. I'm like, line. Don't joke with me like that at all.
No, I feel you. You're
I hate that.
I'm like, I'm triggered. Like, I'm triggered.
Triggered, dude.
Because you can't just directly tell me to my face that you think this about me. You have to
make
it
and
like
it's
a weird
also like
joke.
a bully mechanism. I'm like, you're just like trying to push your boundaries with me by being like an indirect a-hole.
Yeah, for sure.
And then if
gaslighting?
Maybe it is. I just don't joke like that. Like, it like this is how I joke, and it's super mature. Like, my coworker was making a drink for somebody, and I'm like, looked at the guest, and I looked at him, and we're all like acknowledging, and I'm like, it's his first day, which it's not his first day. He's worked there for years, but like, it's so stupid, and it's just really playful and fun. It's not like I'm making fun of it, but my coworker said something really rude, and I didn't know. I was like, okay, this is your moment. This little person, human in my head, was like, it's your moment to stand up for yourself, girl. Yeah. And I was like, all I could say was like, I don't like that.
I think that works.
I don't like that.
You set your boundary.
I said it 5 times.
5 times?
I was like, I don't like that. No, it's cool, but I don't like that. I don't
it's cool.
like that. Look, we're cool, but I don't like that. That's how I said that.
I like it. How did they react?
Actually, she withdrew and she apologized. And we were super cool. And I know that there's people that... I think I may just be too sensitive. There's people out there that could joke like that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just... It's all a process where you find your people and you find your way by just, like... expressing that. Like, hey, I don't like that.
Yeah, and then you can move on.
Yeah, and, like...
Those are my favorite people. Like, you move on with it.
And it's cool, and you're good to go.
And sometimes you vibe with the tribe, and then other times you're like, hey, we're just different, and that's cool, too.
And, yeah, see you later. Like,
see you later, alligator.
Don't need to be around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So, like, it sounds like we've got this all figured out,
Yeah,
Steve.
yeah.
It
You know
sounds like
what?
we're
I
good
think
to
the bed
go.
is doing wonders. It's doing wonders.
Our bedtime therapy session right now.
I know. I actually really like your mattress.
Thanks. Yeah, it's not bad. I got it on Overstock.
Yeah.
It was pretty cheap, too.
Yeah. And for all of y'all who don't know, her dog Maggie likes chewing up the blanket.
Yeah, she sure does. I'm fucking over it. She's done really great. I got a new blanket last week. She hasn't touched it at all.
Yeah.
But she still has her old, like, Swiss cheese blanket that she gets to chew on, so... Fucking... like, half of her poops are just blanket. They're just,
Oh,
like...
really? You're like,
blanket.
great.
It's so gross. I don't understand why she does it. But, you know what? Whatever makes her happy, you know?
I feel you.
I've never had any self-doubt in myself as Maggie's mom. I've come in with such hot confidence.
Same here with my dog. And then I realized you wrong. You got a second. You got to think it through, baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like... Some things I just didn't know, like in the dog world, what is like a standard.
Oh, okay.
Don't keep your dog off the leash outside of a park.
Oh, yeah. No.
Which should be common sense, but that's a gap in my head that didn't get the memo.
I didn't get that
They didn't get the memo.
dog memo. I didn't watch that Caesar Milan episode.
Not everybody wants to pet my dog? Oh, okay, cool.
Cool. I don't
Cool.
want everybody to pet my dog.
My dog's not charging you. He's just trying to say hello.
Yeah, that's why. Maggie gets way too fucking excited and just scares people constantly.
Well, and she runs so fast. She's got those legs.
Them legs,
Them
girl.
legs, man.
Them gams, them dog
Like,
gams.
if somebody tried to get away, they ain't going nowhere.
She slowed down a lot in her old age. We have
Yeah.
that in common, her and I.
Yeah.
We're very slow now.
You're like, I was slowing down before she was slowing down, but like, you know,
very
we
true.
met somewhere
I
in
used
the
to
future.
outwardly blame starting to walk on my runs on Maggie. Like if people were around and I started walking, I'd be like, you need a break, Maggie? Okay,
No,
we can
you
take a
did
break.
not. Brooke, that's so funny. Like, people you don't even know.
Yeah.
Just people actually, like, jogging next to you. Do you say it loud?
Yeah,
Oh,
for
you
sure.
need a break,
Oh, Maggie,
Maggie.
you're tired. You need a break. Okay.
What if you know what's even
She's
funnier?
tired. She's
Oh,
tired.
so you point to the dog?
I'm fine, but
Because if you didn't, people might be thinking you're talking to yourself. Like,
Oh,
they
yeah.
may think you're Maggie.
I'm Maggie.
She's
I'm gonna
having a
just
little
start
pep
doing
talk with herself.
I'm gonna start doing that and see if anybody realizes. Oh, Brooke, are you tired?
That's funny.
That's okay, girl. We can take a walk. It's fine.
Can I buy Maggie for Christmas like a collar, and then it has like those big letters that are like in metal that says Maggie, so everybody
Yeah.
knows her name?
Yeah, or let's just get her a shirt, and on the back of the shirt it says, "My owner is not talking to herself. It's okay. Everything's okay."
Oh,
That's custom.
but
I
I'm
don't know if
telling you,
that's-
no, because if you're not talking and somebody reads that, it's just gonna confuse them.
That's true. That's true. But like,
Who cares?
listen to the podcast.
Who cares?
You asshole. Who are you?
Self-doubt? Not me. Not never. Not gonna happen. All right.
Except for it is gonna. Yeah, it's still gonna happen. But we're
Yeah.
gonna work through it, girl.
Yeah.
Should you be my self-doubt accountability buddy?
We are like, we already like the friends that are like, when you self-doubt yourself, like, I am like not having it, and I tell you 10 things that are like great.
And then vice versa.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Next
Cool.
time I'm like wanting to panic and freak out and cry because of my crippling self-doubt, I'm going to text you. You're going to be like really busy at work. And I'm
No,
gonna be
I got you, dude. I always got your
like,
back.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too. Well,
Let's do our favorite part of the episode where we
Yeah.
send it off.
we gotta send it off.
Should we say goodnight this time since we're in bed, or
Good morning, good night, good day, good time, baby. I don't know. How do
what's
we?
the Truman Show thing?
I haven't seen the Truman Show.
It's on Netflix. Get your life together.
I haven't watched Netflix.
You have my Netflix
I
password.
know.
You have an
It's
account.
free.
I haven't watched anything in months.
Fine.
Peaky Blinders is good.
Good morning. I think it's good morning, good afternoon, and in case I don't see ya, good night.
Oh, that's actually really cute.
Yes.
Yes. Well, this is it, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. All right. We don't even know what we're talking about next week, but we'll put a little sprinkle on our next post what we're gonna be talking about.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, so if y'all have any questions, DM us.
Get in there. Slide in those DMs.
Get in there.
If you just want to say goodbye to us, too, that's
I feel like
fine.
that's a sexual innuendo. Slide in my DMs, baby.
Yeah,
Ask me a question. I'll have the answer.
If you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean. You should say that like 10 times just to make it really weird. If you know what I mean. And then they don't say anything, like, you know what I mean. If you know what I mean.
You know what I mean. If you know what I mean.
Know what I mean. Okay, cool. All right, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Love
Bye.
you.
Love you. Turn it off. Cool.
Okay, thanks for listening to us, guys.
Yes. If you want to give a shout out or just reach us.
Or send in like a topic you want us to bullshit on.
Yeah. Our email is helpthepodcast@gmail.com. And our Instagram is...
It is at The Help Podcast.
At The Help Podcast.
And you can search Facebook, The Help Podcast. We're on there as well. And you can find all of our episodes on any major podcasting platform.
Yes.
iTunes, Stitcher.
Or if you get confused, just email us. We'll help you.
We'll send you the link, girl. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, guys.
Y'all have a good one.